Yes.
All right, we are all set. Thank you.
All righty. Good morning. This is Rich Joyce, Board President of the Oregon Board of Pharmacy. I will now call this special meeting of the Oregon Board of Pharmacy to order. Today is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, and it is 9:35 a.m. Board of Pharmacy meetings are conducted in accordance with the Oregon Public Meetings Law. Under the Public Meetings Law, governing body meetings are open to the public except as otherwise provided by law. The presiding officer has the authority to keep order and to impose any reasonable restrictions necessary for the efficient and orderly conduct of a meeting. Governing bodies are authorized by ORS 192.660 to meet in executive session in certain limited situations, including the consideration of information obtained by a health regulatory board as part of an investigation of a licensee or applicant conduct. All official actions by the board must be taken by public vote, and the vote of each member must be recorded. Our mission, the Oregon Board of Pharmacy serves to promote and protect public health, safety, and welfare by ensuring high standards in the practice of pharmacy and through effective regulation of the manufacture and distribution of drugs. The Oregon Board of Pharmacy is committed to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, DEIB, within its organization.
Is
I'm
the
not hearing
office
anything.
frozen?
Are they
for everyone?
frozen?
They're frozen.
Me neither. I mean,
I think we're,
it's just us.
yeah.
It's just us.
We're all fine.
Okay.
I can message Rachel quick.
Yeah.
They need to unplug their internet and plug it back in.
There you go. All right.
Now we can hear you.
Oh,
Maybe.
they just disappeared.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear us? We're back.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Bear with us. Back to you, President Joyce. The recording is still going, so
Okay.
thank you.
Our apologies, internet issues here in the building. So I'm going to start off where I'm going to start back. The Oregon Board of Pharmacy serves to promote and protect public health, safety, and welfare by ensuring high standards in the practice of pharmacy and through effective regulation of the manufacture and distribution of drugs. The Oregon Board of Pharmacy is committed to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging within its organization and for the public it serves. The commitment is reflected in board membership, agency staffing, the services provided, and its efforts to promote patient safety and ensure access to quality pharmacy care. The board encourages review of its full 2024 DEIB, 2024 to 2026 DEIB plan located on the board website. I will not call roll for board and staff. For the record, when I call your name, please verbally acknowledge here. Board President Joyce here. Board Vice President Amy Kirkbride.
Here.
Board Member Kat Chin is excused. Board Member Jennifer Hall.
Here.
Member Victoria Kroger.
Here, thank you.
Board Member Priyal Patel, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
Board Member Anna Pineda.
Here.
Board Member Brian Smith.
Here.
Operations Manager Rachel Melvin.
Here.
And Executive Director Gary Runyon. Here. Okay, so if you review housekeeping items and meeting etiquette, board and agency staff, identify yourself as board, agency staff member, and last name. Each time you speak, please speak one at a time and use the raise the hand feature in Teams when you have questions, comments, and silence all personal devices. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and retained for public record-keeping purposes. We will now review the board meeting agenda. Do board members have any proposed revisions to the board meeting agenda? Board President Joyce, no. Board Vice President Kirkbride?
No revisions.
Board Member Hall?
No, no revisions.
Board Member Kroger?
No revisions.
Board Member Patel?
No revisions. Thanks.
Board Member Pineda?
No revisions.
Board Member Smith?
No revisions.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as proposed?
So
Board member-
Board Member Pinedo.
Second, Board Member
Is there a
Kirkbride.
second? Kirkbride, okay. I will not call roll. Board President Joyce, yes. Board Vice President Kirkbride,
Yes.
Board Member Hall,
Yes.
Board Member Kroger,
Yes.
Board Member Patel,
Yes.
Board Member Pineda.
Yes.
Motion passes. We will now turn it over to Hearings Officer Melvin for the rulemaking hearing portion of our meeting.
And I'll share my screen. All right, can board members see our website where we have the notice of rulemaking hearing? Make sure you all can see that very well. Okay, very good. All right, so welcome to the Oregon Board of Pharmacy rulemaking hearing. I'm Rachel Melvin, our hearings officer for today, and it is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, and it is now 9:44 a.m. The rulemaking hearing is now in session and is being recorded and retained for public record-keeping purposes. Copies of the proposed rules are located on our website at oregon.gov/pharmacy on our rulemaking information page that you currently see. This hearing is being held virtually via Teams per the December 17th, 2025 notice of proposed rulemaking. Individuals who wish to present oral testimony during the hearing have the option of signing up using the form on our website or the option to email their contact information to pharmacy.rulemaking@bop.oregon.gov. Alternatively, people had the option to just join the call to simply listen to the hearing today. All written comments must be received by 10 a.m. today. So please submit written comments to pharmacy.rulemaking@bop.oregon.gov. The purpose of this hearing is to provide an opportunity for public comment on proposed rules. We will not deliberate or engage in discussion on the proposed rules. After the end of public comment period, a rulemaking hearing report will be provided to the board for their consideration. Give me just a moment. Sure, we do not. Okay, so we'll start with the proposed amendments. And our first rule is related to Division 102. This proposes to amend, that's this one right here, OAR 855-102-0130 by adding except for vaccine protocols excluded by the board to comply with OAR 855-115-0345. This is related to the amended board excluded vaccination protocols. So I will scroll down and just show you. The amendment again is going to be underlined in the notice right there. And the board is considering permanently adopting this today. We did not have anyone sign up to provide oral testimony on this particular rule. So I'm going to move to the next. And then I'll open it up to our public callers after the next and see if anyone would like to raise their hand and provide comment on these rules. So the next rule is going to be in Division 115 for services for prescribing. Go down to this one. Okay, so this is going to, it proposes to permanently amend OAR 855-115-0340 by adding epinephrine to the drug and devices formulary, which you will see there, that's your new paren 11. And then it also proposes to amend OAR 855-115-0345, which is currently our temporary rule that's going to expire, which is why we're having this hearing today. So our amendments in 0345, it adds new versions for HIV post-exposure prophylaxis, so PEP protocol, and then our pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is PrEP. And then it amends coronavirus 19 vaccination protocol with a new version. And it also amends the influenza vaccine protocol. And then it permanently adopts our RSV protocol. That version is 9 of 2025. It's kind of hard to see right there. And then it also amends our current versions of the standard vaccination protocol for adults 18 years of age and older, and the assessment and treatment care pathway, as well as the standard vaccination protocol for persons 7 through 17 years of age, and the treatment care pathway by adding chikungunya to both of those protocols, which is version 513-2025. It also permanently adopts the protocol for managing adverse reactions, which that version is 8 of 2025, and then it permanently repeals prior vaccination protocols for ages 3 through 6 years of age. That version was 8/13/2025, and then the vaccination protocol for ages 6 months through 2 years. That version was also 8/13/2025. Again, nobody signed up to provide testimony today on these rules or protocols. So I'm going to go back to our call and I'm going to unmute the meeting. And if public members would like to provide oral testimony, please use the raise the hand feature, and we will call on you to provide your comment. Just please.
Can I add my comment at this time?
Yes, please. Can you please provide your first and last name? Your microphone is now unmuted.
Yes, my name is John, John Myers, Meyers, Farm D, license number 9656.
Excellent. Go ahead, Mr. Myers. Thank you.
I want to comment on Division 102 and the adoption of the ACIP recommendations. I am concerned about that since the ACIP recommendations are not recognized by the American Board of Pediatrics, basically any professional association, because of their wide variation from what's considered evidence-based recommendations. And I am concerned that if the Board of Pharmacy gives them credence, that if a problem occurs, that the Board of Pharmacy and the pharmacists involved may be legally liable for doing something that is not evidence-based. And since we're supposed to be a science-based profession, failure to do so seems like it's unwise, and it's basically counterproductive. So I think we should be very careful about just rubber stamping something that comes out of the ACIP, considering the makeup of that group.
And thank you for your comment. We're not allowed to discuss.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Myers. We appreciate your comment.
Okay. Thank you. How can I mute myself again?
I'll go ahead and mute you. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
All right. Do we have any other public folks that would like to provide oral testimony today on any of the rules that are proposed? All right. I don't see any other hands. However, the notice, we do need to keep the hearing open until 10 a.m. So we will just stay on the call. And if anyone raises their hand, we will sure call on you.
Here's that one, but,
There's one.
yeah. Maybe acknowledge that.
We will when I open the report.
No. It's okay. Just said.
Yeah, I just amended it with Mr. Meyer's comments.
Oh,
I'm gonna pop this into Teams. Give me just a second.
so good.
So hard to. Okay, just a few more minutes, board members. Thank you. And I will adjourn here as soon as it hits 10. Just a second.
Okay, is next. Action.
I'm going to get us out of this hearing. Give me just a second and then I'll.
Here we go. Yes.
Just, I had to pull it up in there. Okay. Stop. Grabbing the right one. All right, give me just a second, please. I have to amend a report in real time. Okay, so thank you for attending our rulemaking hearing. Friendly reminder that the comments, well, the deadline is now passed. We're due at 10 a.m. So it is now 10:01 a.m. and the hearing is now adjourned. And I will turn it back to President Joyce.
All right, for this portion, we'll now review mailing A with staff member Melvin.
Just a moment. Please note that the board was not provided this in advance since we were holding the hearing today. So I amended this while we were waiting. We did receive one written comment that has been provided to the board that is in your Teams folder. All right, this will be the mailing A, and we will attach this to the minutes. This is our normal rulemaking hearing report. So this just lists out the rules that were proposed for rulemaking. I do not need to read this to you again. It just says that how many people we sent this out to. It went out to all of these licensees and registrants. That was 18,000 people. And I noticed the meeting on December 17th. Our hearing today adjourned at 10 a.m. No participants signed up in advance to provide oral testimony. One person provided oral testimony during the hearing, and one written comment was received during our open comment period. The hearing was recorded, and this will be available on our website as soon as we adjourn this meeting. Back to you, President Joyce.
Is there any board discussion? Raise your hand. Does anyone have anything they want to clarify or provide comment on at this time regarding what we've gone over so far? Okay. Seeing no hands raised. Is there a motion to move to accept the January 2026 rulemaking hearing report?
So moved, Board Member Pinedo.
Is there a second?
Seconded, board member Kroger.
All right, Board President Joyce, yes. Board Vice President Kirkbride,
Yes.
Board Member Hall,
Yes.
Board Member Kroger,
Yes.
Board Member Patel,
Yes.
Board Member Pinedo,
Yes.
Board Member Smith.
Yes.
Motion passes. We'll now review and discuss mailing B with staff member Melvin.
Okay, give me just a moment. All right, this is mailing B. This would permanently adopt OAR 855-102-0130. This again is regarding the exception for the vaccine protocols excluded by the board. This provides that authority. I will turn it back to you, President Joyce.
All right, is there any board discussion issues? Now is the time to raise your hand to get clarification on anything regarding this portion. Okay. Seeing no hands raised, is there a motion to move to adopt OAR 855-102-0130 as presented to be effective upon filing?
So moved, Board Member Kroger.
Is there a second?
Second, Board Member Kirkbride.
Board President Joyce, yes. Board Vice President Kirkbride.
Yes.
Board Member Hall.
Yes.
Board Member Kroger.
Yes.
Board Member Patel.
Yes.
Board Member Pineda.
Yes.
Board Member Smith.
Yes.
Motion passes. Back to Staff Member Melvin for review mailing B1 through, was it B1J?
All right, Staff Member Melvin. Mailing B1, this proposes to permanently adopt our current temporary rule for OAR 855-115-0345. Again, this is going to add the versions for PEP, PrEP, COVID-19, influenza, RSV, amends the current vaccination or the standard vaccination protocols for 18 years and older and the 7 through 17 years of age and older by adding chikungunya. Version 513-2025. It also permanently adopts the Managing Adverse Reactions Protocol, version 8-2025, and then it repeals those two that we spoke about earlier during the hearing, the ages 3 through 6 and 6 months through 2 years. So I will scroll down. Everything that is highlighted in yellow are the versions that we are now adopting. So this will now read 1 of 2026 because it's permanent today. So PEP, PrEP, there's your vaccination protocols, and then the board excluded vaccine protocols we just spoke about. And then this also permanently adopts 855-115-0340, again, by adding epinephrine, paren 11, to our formulary list. President Joyce, unless board members would like to see any of the specific protocol mailings, I can open anything, but I will just turn it back to you instead of opening each one of those.
Yeah, sounds good.
Board
Go ahead, Board Member. Kirkbride,
Board Member Kirkbride. Yeah, that was going to be my question, is if we have questions about these individual protocols, should we do that first before we adopt these versions, or are we assuming this is potentially as amended?
Well, Staff Member Melvin, that depends, Board Member Kirkbride, because remember, the only thing we're allowed to sort of address right now in this part of our board meeting would be statutory minor corrections. So if there's language changes, we would not be able to adopt these as proposed. And then what would happen is, unfortunately, our temporary rule would expire and it would revert back to the prior version of our rule before we adopted all of the vaccines, current versions, and it would trigger like a Jenga effect, if you will. We would probably need to have another board meeting.
Can we open the set?
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead. Which one?
Sorry, can we open the 7 to 17? I have a question.
So I think it's B1G is our mailing, right?
We always find something.
Yes, we do. So if we can agree.
So
go ahead.
Board Member Kirkbride, my question is why in the list of ACIP versions, why are coronavirus and influenza listed on here when those are covered by the Western states? Is that an omission that those should have been deleted off this version? And can we do that?
Yes, you are correct. Unfortunately, because we amended this 5 times since we adopted that original temporal, that is exactly what happened. So yes, so you're correct. Coronavirus cannot be on here, nor can influenza. So that should have a strike through it, and RSV as well if it's on here. I think it's on the second one.
RSV is not on there. Yeah.
Is it on that second one though? Okay. So these are that's just,
Minor?
that is minor and we're not changing any language. So yes, we can. It's just the wrong version isn't here. So I wouldn't say that's revised because it's just the wrong
Just
version.
minor.
Let's look at, look at the other one, B1H is probably identical. Thank you, Board Member Kirkbride.
You're
We
welcome.
apologize. This is just a versioning problem. Sorry, I'm looking. Right, so that applies in B1G. Right, B1G, I'm going to amend. So when, Staff Member Melvin, when I file these, we will 100% make sure that it's the proper version. So B1F looks like it is correct. And correct me if I'm wrong. Board Member Kirkbride.
Yes, I didn't.
Okay.
It looked like it was correct as far as that issue. My other question is related to the recent vaccine schedule changes on the childhood schedule. So in looking at this age 7 to 17, and we've talked about this a lot regarding ACIP and CDC and, misalignment and Western states, and it's very confusing. I find myself getting confused, and I can't imagine what pharmacists on the front line trying to interpret all this are going through. I want to always make sure that our guidance is as clear as possible. So when I look at this list, and I see ACIP versions for things like hepatitis A and hepatitis B and meningococcal, which recently have been changed on the schedule, it makes me think, is the guidance clear? So is the vaccine schedule changing the same as an ACIP recommendation changing? No, not technically. The schedule is an ancillary tool as a result of an ACIP recommendation. Are we comfortable that by approving this list, pharmacists can still follow these dated ACIP recommendations that are still on the ACIP website, even though the childhood schedule has changed?
Executive Director Runyon, I'm not sure that the changes that I'm aware of would affect the pharmacist administration, because a lot of those changes apply to children less than 7 years of age. So I'm not sure to what extent those would be applicable enough to cause confusion. And the ones that I'm aware of that have changed just went from recommended to optional or available under the guise of shared clinical decision making. So even in the instances where it might apply, it wouldn't affect the pharmacist's ability to administer those vaccines under shared clinical decision making, which we have, I think, is operative for other vaccines as well. Does that answer your question, Board Member Kirkbride?
I do agree that pharmacists are fully invested in shared clinical decision making. In the past, we've been very specific about that and detailed that out in the documentation. So I just want to make sure that that's the guidance, that anything that has changed, and I agree, it's all listed as shared clinical decision making. That is free for pharmacists to do, and that is absolutely, within scope, and we don't foresee any issues. Like, my concern is potentially meningococcal vaccines for adolescents, or, I mean, we don't know what other changes are coming either. So I just want to make sure we're not losing anything by adopting these versions. That's my comment.
Any other board members want to make a comment or clarificate? Is there clarification needed? Or do you see anything that needs to be updated? I think
We can't make any updates.
right. I mean, as far as like, or
Staff member Relvin, in the background are the vaccine protocols that are currently on our website. Everything is accurate. So we
Excellent.
want to confirm. Yeah,
excellent.
it's just our mailing that was accurate.
that's-
Sorry about
okay.
that.
Any other issues that need to be brought up before we move on? Okay, seeing no hands up, is there a motion to move to adopt OAR 855-15503?
Sorry, you said 155. Go back, please.
Oh, okay. Is there a motion to move to adopt OAR 855-115-0340 and OAR 855-155-
115. You said
Oh,
155
again?
Sorry. Yes.
Okay,
You don't have-
third time is a charm.
Okay.
Is there a motion to move to adopt OAR 855-115?
They froze again.
We lost him again.
He was only allowed to say it twice and the system crashed.
Are you
Right.
texting, Victoria?
It's like a
Bibbidi bobbidi woo. Crash.
Oh, I heard.
Hi, everyone. We're back. Once again, our network dropped.
Hi.
Hi. All right. We're going to start back with that motion, please.
Okay. Internet issues. Is there a motion to move to adopt OAR 855-115-0340 and OAR 855-115-0345 as presented to be effective upon filing?
So moved, Board Member Pinedo.
Is there a second?
Second, Board Member Kroger.
Board President Joyce, yes. Board Vice President Kirkbride.
Yes.
Board Member Hall.
Yes.
Board Member Kroger.
Yes.
Board Member Patel.
Yes.
Board Member Pinedo.
Yes.
And Board Member Smith?
Yes.
Motion passes. Is there a motion to move to adjourn the meeting at 10:20 a.m.?
So moved, Board Member Kroger.
Is there a second?
Second, Board Member Smith.
Board President Joyce, yes. Board Vice President Kirkbride?
Yes.
Board Member Hall?
Yes.
Board Member Kroger?
Yes.
Board Member Patel?
Yes.
Board Member Pinedo?
Yes.
Board Member Smith?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. See y'all soon.
Thanks, everyone. Sorry again about our IT.
Oh my goodness.
See you in February.
Take care.
Bye.